What's up, y'all? Got a banger from It's Complicated. Let's get straight into it.
Do you believe in gender equality?
I do. I mean, I think it's great that we, consider each gender for who they are and what they need. I do think that maybe there are things that can be contributed differently from each gender, but I mean, I kind of think that's kind of dependent on the relationship you're in.
How can men and women be equal if we're not the same?
Well, we can be equal because we're all just humans on Earth, honestly. There's no really difference between, like, biological, like, differences in DNA.
I have a big thing about this.
Wait, there's not a lot of differences?
Stupid.
Are you kidding me?
When they're trying to put, like, equality for men and women, we're not equal at all.
Facts.
I don't
There we go.
care, like,
Thank you.
you know, what everybody says. Yes, I know about the pay and everything,
No,
but
gender pay gap is a farce. It's not real. We work longer hours. We work harder jobs. Stop it.
it's just like, we're totally different.
I guess it depends in what way we think about it. Like if we're thinking about it in a loving relationship, I think making sure you think of each other as partners and equals can do that.
Let me know in the comments. Do you agree with the whole partners thing? I don't agree with the partners thing. I think a man should lead his house. If you're leading, therefore you're superior, a woman's inferior. I just don't. This partner's like a 50-50 thing. This isn't a 50-50 thing.
I believe in equality in a lot of ways, but I do think that men and women have different roles, maybe sometimes.
How can
Stupid.
I do think men and women have different roles, maybe sometimes, rarely, ever, maybe often. Come on.
men and women be equal if we're not the same?
I think there should be equality in things like paying and being able to have bank accounts and things that we didn't even have less than 50 years ago.
How can men and women be equal if coochie costs more money than dick?
That's an interesting one. I think that's one that has to do with, like, the way society has put coochie as something that has to be paid for and dick doesn't.
How likely will women pay for dick or make coochie free?
I think women are more likely to make coochie something very expensive and dick free.
How can men and women be equal if we have...
Whoa. Have you guys ever played Roblox?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
You guys ever played Minecraft?
Oh, shit!
double standards?
Double standards. Okay, let me not speak about this. I'm going to say something really bad.
No, I don't.
Double standards exist because I'm going to get canceled. I can't say this.
Well, let's not have double standards.
We need to get rid of the double standards.
What about when you get to go into the club for free? You get to go to VIP. You get to go do your thing. We don't get that. I don't get that treatment. If somebody's attacking me on the street, ain't nobody saving me. What are you talking about? Y'all have all the double standards in your favor. All the double standards that we get, you really don't want. Do you, really? Are women picketing saying, we need more equality in bricklayers. We need more equality with underwater welding. Does somebody want a carrot? Do you want a carrot? Free? Let's move this. Free? Free? Go to your place. Loves his carrots. Women aren't picketing and complaining about the equality of jobs when it comes to all these harsh outdoor jobs. They're not asking for that. They want equality with the nice office jobs. That's what they want equality for.
Can you think of any double standards that don't benefit women?
Crickets.
I don't know.
Double standards exist because of the people who believe they're more important than everybody else when it comes to their gender, their rights, etc.
Is that
I
you?
feel like double standards should not exist.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm making sense, but they exist to a certain extent with certain people.
All right, this is a little more raunchy, but how can men and women be equal if coochie costs more money than dick?
That's a little. That's actually. I plead the fifth.
Well, I mean, how likely will women pay for dick or make coochie free?
I don't think women pay for dick as much as men pay for women. So
doesn't that
men are
prove...
more desperate, that's why.
that does kind of prove a point.
What does equality look like to you?
What equality looks like to me is not looking down on another person based off something that they can't control.
Stupid.
Equality to me is like being 50-50, always both putting in hard work and dedication into a relationship.
So we're splitting every date. Everything we do, we splitting right down the middle like Moses did the Red Sea. Come on, stop it now.
Do women want to be equal or do women want to be special?
I think both.
Isn't that a contradiction?
Stupid.
I think they want to be both. They want to be special and equal.
When do women want equality and when do they want special treatment?
They want equality when it comes to,
Benefiting them.
I would say,
Paying for
like
the first date. Going
work.
to the movies when the Titanic sinks and you don't have to be next to the guy playing the violin. That's when y'all want equality.
And pay.
Or sorry, that's when y'all want to be treated special. Not equality.
Wise. But special treatment, they want to be, you know, I want this, I want that, I want these rings, I want these clothes, I want you to buy this for me.
I want a man to take care of me. I want him to provide for me, but I will take care of him if he takes care of me as well.
It depends if you want to.
Huh? Take care of him how? A little bit of, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean by that?
Play the female role, the male role, or do you guys just want to be equal partners? I lean into my feminine energy, so I know what I'm best at, and I can do what I'm best at, and hopefully my man is doing what he's best at, and we come together, and it's perfect balance.
Why would
It's
women...
like a 40-something-year-old woman with all that makeup with French tips on in the middle of the streets like, come on, honey.
who used to be protected and provided for choose to work and pay taxes instead?
I think there's a power in self-sufficiency and independence, and I don't know, when I walk around and know that I can do whatever I want with whatever money I make or anything like that, there's a big power in that, and then it chooses people not to feel like they can decide what I do.
At the time, like I said, we didn't have bank accounts, we couldn't buy our own houses, so we want to be able to survive on our own. And now that we can survive on our own, now we have the option to be on our own, be independent women, or we can also have a traditional life with a man.
Why do women get to pick and choose any more than a man does?
Women pick and choose less. I want my man to tell me where I'm eating for dinner.
What does it mean when
Based.
women say that men are supposed to lead, and how is that different than patriarchy?
Well, honestly, in the modern day, and I can speak this to my own relationship, like, I want to be an equal in my relationship, but as how men are brought up, I feel like being so motherly to a boy can make them not.
Of course, it's always the boys are too soft argument. It's never that you're never feminine enough. It's always the boys are too soft. I love it.
Sufficient. So when the next woman comes in as their partner, they're not feeling like they're equals anymore, because we still have to almost baby them because they're not like ready. So it's like when they take lead, it's almost showing like it's for once I can maybe not make a decision, or I can be led into something where I don't have to give more thought than my
Well,
partner.
it's a lot of times it's because you women are very hard to please. We'll go out there and make a decision. You're like, I don't want to go eat there. And we're like, well, I mean, I tried. That's why we have to play this mental gymnastics with you guys, because a lot of you women can't follow a lead. We lead and you don't follow. How are we supposed to be masculine when we try to lead and you don't follow? And then I have to be like, all right, well, let me use my logic to try to mitigate this situation and make sure you're getting what you want so I can get what I want. And it's like, you women are combative. You're too masculine. Follow our lead. Be feminine. Be this feminine energy that you're always talking about. Be that.
Why do people believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
It did. It absolutely 100% did. Women push for too much of equality.
Based.
I want a man's man. I want him to treat me like a man. I want equal opinions, but at the same time, I definitely want a man that can protect, hold doors open, do things for me. I want to be feminine. I don't want to be like a man. Some women do, and that's okay. Not my thing, but I do think feminism kind of ruined it for us.
Do women want to be independent while also being provided for? And if so, who's more delusional in their wants?
Actually, yeah, that's probably pretty true. I'm going to be honest with that one.
Based.
We're probably more delusional. We want equality. We want this, but we want a man to take care of us too. So,
Based.
yeah, women are definitely, that's our
I
problem.
hope she's married because she is so based.
How can chivalry and equality coexist? Isn't that a contradiction?
That's true. That is true. I believe in equality, not chivalry.
Why do people believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
I don't know. They shouldn't believe that. I think feminism lifts up women, and chivalry can go both ways.
Well, why doesn't it typically go both ways where, I mean, men are expected to approach women, ask them out, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. Why aren't women expected to do all those things as the standard?
We're stuck in traditional ways, and I think it's
But you're not traditional women.
Stupid.
badass if women go up to men.
So do I.
People have this idea about feminism right now. There's like a huge gender war, right? And they say feminism is pretty much hating men and not needing men. And really, feminism is originally wanting equality.
How did feminism go from being about equality to now it's about wanting equity?
Maybe not feeling equal feels like something's taken from them. So you're always going to grab for more if you feel like there's something diminished or lacking in your life.
Do feminists believe in equality even when it doesn't benefit them?
Feminists? Probably not. I don't know. The only reason I'm not sure about that is just because I don't know if I'm 100% feminist. But
Please don't be.
If feminists do want equality, then they can't have it all about themselves.
If you were at the top of a hierarchy, would you still want equality even if it was a step down for you?
Is this in a relationship or is this in any regard?
How do you interpret that?
Well, if it was a relationship, yeah. If I'm take right now in my relationship, if I'm at the top, then I feel like he's not going to lead, which means all power and decisions come on me. It's exhausting. If I was in my job, if I felt I did my job really well and I was above, I don't believe in equality there, because if I'm the best person to do the job, then I believe I should be the one leading the position.
These women would rather submit to their bosses than submit to their man. It truly is sad these days.
Do you believe in 50-50 relationships or traditional roles, and why?
I believe in 50-50.
How can relationships ever be 50-50 if the man is always the one who's expected to sacrifice himself for the woman and serve her with chivalry?
That wouldn't be 50-50. I think traditionally men are expected to give more, but in a healthy relationship, whoever is able to
Wait. In a healthy relationship, so you're saying that women are bringing things that are unhealthy? I just want to make sure I'm hearing this right. Let's run that back, Turbo.
Whoever is able to gives more than the other.
If we accept that premise, wouldn't that...
Go back.
I think traditionally men are expected to give more, but in a healthy relationship, whoever is able to gives more than the other.
If we accept that premise, wouldn't that inequality manifest itself in all of our laws and institutions?
Yes, it would, and that's not fair.
Bro, this cockroach on the freaking tree's throwing me off here.
Well, how do you see that happening?
In the government and in our societal expectations for each other.
Especially in the family courts, right?
Yes, sir.
I know my man doesn't do that because we're 50-50 in our relationship, but I know in other relationships they're expecting a certain type of man to provide for them, but also like what's theirs is our...
Who killed chivalry? I want to know that. Who killed chivalry? Let me know in the comments. Did women kill it or did men kill it? I think feminism killed chivalry, and then women just followed suit.
Ours, and what's ours is ours as well. That doesn't make sense to me.
What are your thoughts on the expression happy wife, happy life? Why not happy spouse, happy house? Isn't that more of an equal arrangement?
It is equal, but I think when the wife is happy, everything runs more smoothly, because when the wife is happy, it's just like a happier lifestyle.
If I'm happy, we're all going to be happy, because if I'm in a bad mood, I'm going to make it known that I'm in a bad mood, and
Wait, pause.
everybody is not going to have a good...
Where are your lips at?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Where did they go? Did you leave them at home? Did you forget to put those on when you went out? Good Lord.
time.
Hashtag where are your lips at?
But if I'm good, then we're all going to be good, and it's going to be great.
If your wife
That's why I say women are children, bro.
happy, she's gonna treat you like a king all the time, because you treat her like a queen. She's gonna do the same to you.
Happy wife, happy life. That's a pretty traditional term. Honestly, our parents believe in it, but not so much these days.
Why not happy spouse, happy house? Isn't that more of an equal arrangement?
It is, but it depends. Like, are both putting in that same effort for both to be happy?
It's always a lack of effort, right? Like women are always, it's just like, the funny thing to me is it's always a default that women are always doing enough. They're always doing enough. And the lack of effort is always from the man. Is the man ever doing enough? Because a lot of times with these women, it's like, well, I mean, but it's got to be equal effort. And basically what I mean by that is men aren't doing enough. Are you kidding me? Men are usually way more selfless than women are. Women are typically like children. They grow old. They never grow up. It's always me, I, my. That's why we react to all these TikToks. Look at all this content that we have. There's not a lot of content like this on the other side of the coin for men. It just cracks me up, dude. This is why I started this channel, to just like shine a light on all this hypocrisy that's going around these days and just help young men, older men understand how to navigate this landscape and how ridiculous it actually is.
Why not happy spouse, happy house? Isn't that more of an equal arrangement?
I think that's just as true.
So why don't we have that expression?
I would say because men, what they do is more tangible. Men are protectors and providers. You can see that. It's more physical. What women do is more esoteric and spiritual and emotional and supportive. And so...
Esoteric.
You know, if you know a good woman, you know what a good woman can do for your life.
I love it. Just the circular definitions. If you know a good woman, you know what a good woman is. It's like a woman is a woman. It's so dumb.
I think women want equality in everything except for dating.
Women want to be superior. They want to be the one above. They always want to know that they are better than the other.
So why do women say they want equality when they actually want superiority?
They want equality when
it benefits them.
They want men to understand their feelings. They want men to know that they are also capable of emotions.
Why do women get to pick and choose any more than a man does?
Because women have high expectations. They want everything to happen for a reason, and they think that if it doesn't, then it's not meant to be.
I want a man again. Want a man in the bedroom, but I want equality and respect for my, just my opinion.
Notice on her left hand here, there is no ring. These women will get this old and still be on these streets.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Truly sad, gents.
You don't have to agree with it, but you definitely
Clearly no man does, honey. Clearly no man does agree with it.
Have to respect it.
Do feminists believe in equality even when it doesn't benefit them?
I don't really think so.
Could you give me an example of what you mean?
There might be certain responsibilities that women don't want to take on because maybe it's a masculine role or something like that.
Let's say, for example, being drafted into war.
Yeah.
So this is one of the situations where gender equality comes into play, because there are certain situations which you don't want to be equal across the board, because there are certain situations and areas where men are just going to be more for that role. So there's no reason to enlist all women into the military, 18 versus
Interesting.
all men.
Even she puts that little crap-eating grin on her face, like there's no reason to enlist women. Oh, y'all don't want equality with that? What's wrong? Why not?
Even though Israel already does that and they're doing great, so maybe we should learn from them as well. Why not?
Which of the following...
Yeah, enlist all the feminists. That's what we should do. Enlist all feminists. That's my vow right there. Let's do that.
It's worse. Feminists who only want equality when it benefits them, or religious conservatives who don't believe in equality at all?
I think probably the first one, because at least the religious people expect it, versus feminists, they want it their way, but they also want equality.
They want it their way. This isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way. This isn't NSYNC. I want it that way. Or is that Backstreet Boys? I don't even know, dude. Oh my God, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is absolutely wild to me. You know what would be funny if they started drafting all these blue and green-haired feminists? That would be absolutely hilarious. And you see them running out on the front lines. Everybody'd be like,
she's a runner, she's a track star.
Get him, honey. Get him, Petunia. They, them. Go out and get them, girl. Or they. It's so hard to even understand and comprehend. Oh, my God. Can you imagine? The front lines of the Marines. Just all the green hair, blue hair women out there. Get them, girl. Equality, baby. That would be the day, bro. It's like you got a septum piercing, you're automatically getting drafted. You got blue hair, you're drafted. Green hair, you're drafted. You got tattoos on your neck, you're drafted. You know what I mean? It's like they take like the feminist starter kit and say, hey, if you look like that, then you're getting drafted. I'm sure they would stop looking like that. And all the feminine looking women would be coming up out the woodwork. Like, what happened? Now there's all these girls in sundresses and little bitty shoes and little nice necklaces. Like, what happened? We should start doing that, right? That would change a lot of things. What do you think? Do you think we should start drafting men and women? Let me know in the comments. I think it'd be absolutely hilarious. I think that women would really get checked in that wanting 50-50 equality stuff. They'd get checked with their egos if we started drafting them, right? It'd be absolutely wild for like, hey, you're getting drafted. You got blue hair, green hair, you're a feminist, you got a septum piercing, you're drafted. It'd be absolutely hilarious, dude. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.